Wanted to show you right here, right now, the Liquid Money company actually showing the they're the, oh, how would I say, the Porta-John company that helps us to clear that. What I'm showing you too is the news personnel met Taylor today. It was a pleasure to meet her and to talk with her for a brief moment. We don't have toilet water flying out on people in Australia because of gravity. Well, hello. It's just water seeking its level. That's what it does. Water is the natural level. That's the truth about all this. And right here I want to show you a little bit of that in the same shot. I've got multiple devices going here, and I wanted to bring out the globe as well. Of course, water doesn't stick to a spinning or stationary ball. Somebody took a couple of my truth chairs yesterday. It was a conspiracy. A man and a woman, they've been seen in a black SUV, and in their 30s, short hair, blonde woman, or blonde hair. And if you're watching this and you are the people or know the people involved in the conspiracy to suppress the truth, go ahead and contact me. Even if you're with the alphabet agencies and you want to come clean, maybe you've got the end of your life approaching and you want to talk to somebody that will take it to the public, I'd be happy to do that. In the middle of the view, we are looking at the horizon, which is absolutely horizontal. I'm going to go ahead and show you what happens when we put the globe out there. So we got some ripples, but we don't have any water that'll stick to that. That's the way it is. That's the reality of it. We don't have toilet water flying out on people in Australia because of gravity. Well, hello, it's just water seeking its level. I've been heard saying that by millions of people. Good morning. Because that's the truth of it. You're looking at a sea level liquid mirror. Let that sink in a little bit. Even when structures are created that are tens of stories high, quarter of a mile high, they'll actually utilize a liquid level to level it out. That's how it actually works. That's what we actually do. Lighthouses are a clue. I don't know how far away we can see the Bolanos Lighthouse out at sea. So, are there conspiracies? Yeah, there was a conspiracy to take my chairs and a larceny that occurred. A report was filed. They're looking for the individuals. Like I said, if you were involved in that and my chairs are returned, I'll acknowledge that that's happened, and I would drop any charges. Now, at this point, let me set this up, and I'm going to jump in front of the camera. I need to calibrate a few things. Good morning. So what I wanted to say is that actual conspiracies do occur. Crimes do occur. Crimes against humanity. Hijacking the world economy with the Ponzi scheme of the World Central Bank. That has occurred. The military supports that kind of activity. The militaries of the world supports the monetary system of the world. creating a bit of actually purchasing a lot of influence out of thin air, quite frankly. That's how it actually works. So if, like for example, we do get people from all over the world that come to visit here. We've got the beach renourishment team that's here right now. That's what Taylor was covering, that activity. And I mentioned to her she may not want to cover what I'm talking about. However, I made that information available to her about the global deception. It's a deception that covers the whole topic of that I talk about, the virtual kaleidoscope of conspiracies that are actually inundating our world. That's what I'm covering. It's way more than the shape of the earth. Way more than that. I've got to go ahead and put my globe in the Truth Mobile here, or it's gonna blow away. What I would say too, if you have any information leading to getting my chairs back, I'd love to hear it. Please feel free to contact me. And then, well, what I want to illustrate here once again is just the beautiful symmetry of the reflections. Good morning. Beautiful day, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
One of the dynamics that I want to illustrate too is the interaction with people. I'm more of an introducer to this topic. I'll introduce people to the topic of the reality of the world that we live in. And we've got computer hardware, software, and wetware. We would be the wetware, according to artificial intelligence. That's how it sees us. And it's not people friendly. You should know that. So the water covers the face of the earth and continually seeks level. I'm going to take you over to the Truth Mobile here and show you a little bit of that. So I got an upgraded chair. I've got to move them daily, and I could take a picture of somebody from miles away and turn that into the police in a matter of seconds if I wanted to. This is a bit of an acknowledgement for the people who took my chair or would want to take a chair or damage the car. I'm very aware of my surroundings. Once again, I know I showed it earlier, but I want to put it in the same shot once again. We have a liquid level right here. When it's hung vertically right there and that, it'll have a vertical, the bubble will go right in the middle, right in the horizontal there. That's how it works. So when people drive up in here, they'll have an opportunity to see this or wherever I am. And I met some gentlemen over there that are here for Bike Week. Shout out to them. And got Good morning. So I'm going to take us on out. This should actually, I'm going to put this off to the side and show you from a little different vantage point what the lighting looks like and the reflection in this direction. Beautiful cloud day, perfect, virtually a perfect view there. It's a plane mirror. It's not only flat, it's level. There would be no level in this world if we were spinning, wobbling, and gyrating in the multiple directions that NASA and the theoretical physicists meander off into expressions and theories and formulas that do not reflect the reality of the world that we live in. And I'm telling on them. And it's not just about the shape of the world, it's about the worldwide global deception. It involves the globe and the information, the official data releasing information, technology companies, and anybody that's showing the globe is part of it. This is right where I am. Sea Mountain Highway, Street End. Welcome to Cherry Grove Beach. There you go. These heavy pieces of reinforced, vulcanized, textured rubber will allow heavy equipment to drive on out here. Through these 30-inch pipes, they will be able to move the equivalent of 1,500 dump truck loads full of sand in about 45 minutes. You're looking at the Myrtle Beach skyline in the distance over the top of the middle of the pipes. Look at the forged metal. I've never seen this end of a pipe before. It looks like it spends a lot of time underwater. I used to Magnaflux drill pipe in Texas. They send an electric magnetic charge into the pipe, and then we can see flaws in it. So I don't see the pumps on the ships on the horizon yet. That'll happen soon. Looks like a pretty spectacular sunrise as it was. I was getting ready and interacting with Taylor, so I wanted to give a priority for that. We got the breeze coming from the southwest over there at about 7 miles an hour. We can see the lower spots where the water accumulated in the middle of the view and got real calm. Left the sea foam there. We can see it gently moving. Let me stop for a moment. See it shimmering? Watch what happens when I put my foot in it. We've got a welder right there in the middle of the view to, of course, do repairs when needed. I'm going to set up on the sun right now. It looks like it's going to be pretty spectacular popping through the clouds. Now, in the biblical proclamation in Job 37 states that the sun is actually in the midst of the clouds. And I've recorded that occurrence many, many times. Once again today, that appearance is visible, perfect for my recording. I've got 2 recordings going, one on my iPhone 10 with a surround sound Sennheiser mic. I don't get any endorsement, compensation for what I talk about. I want to let you know what it is, how I'm doing it, because my sound is better now. I mentioned I was going to work that out. So the light is much brighter on the clouds closer by, looking to me as the sun is right in the midst of the clouds, as Job 37 in God's Word, the Bible, actually says. That's important because that means that it can't be 93 million miles away. They're lying about all that. Looks like the turtle rescue team is on their way. They may find some seashells along the way. People are searching. They're looking for meaning in life, looking to make sense of what's going on here. I'll be driving down to the pier in just a little bit after I finish up this recording. I'm about halfway through, not quite. That is the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier, and this is the Prince Resort. I'll go ahead and zoom in so you can see that. As I moved in tight, you can see that. There's cameras on the building. The perpetrators of the larceny, the theft of my chairs, they took the truth shirts off of my chairs and my name and left it on the ground. I'm glad that they left that behind. My chairs were all stickered up with the hashtag YouTube Truth and Robert Forsch stickers. I'll show those once again. So if you see chairs with stickers like that on it, they would be mine. If you see anybody moving those chairs and they're not just pulling it out of the waves to stop it from falling over, feel free to take a picture of them if you want and send it to me. So I want to employ the team of people. I want to show you something. I can zoom all the way down from here on people. I could zoom in real tight on them. Because of the lighting, I won't see them as good unless I zoomed real close on them. But I could identify people on the pier right now from here, over a mile away. That's pretty amazing to me. That's the technology that we have available to us. This is the P1000. That's a camera that I'm using in the zoomed in shots. I'll go ahead and from this location take us for a little bit of a trip down the beach here. It's spring break. I got a lot of stickers. A lot of the spring breakers really like the stickers, as well as the young students, the younger ones. Children love the stickers. They put them on their shirts and that. Some of the spring breakers put them on various parts of their anatomy. Anatomy, I don't. I let them do whatever they are going to do. Like, I can't stop them anyway. So as I show you the shape of the beach, what I wanted to comment on is that stream of sand and water will be pumped out onto the beach through this pipe right here. Okay, and it's on a float right now. They pull that up with a bulldozer and position it. And then these diesel electric cats, wow, there's quite a team of them here. Look at that. They'll be moving that sand around. It's fascinating. I've already got coverage of it. I've already got where you can see that. I'll walk us up close to show you some of that. So these are diesel electric cats, not all of them. looks like one that's primarily just diesel. With the diesel electric, they've got a generator that moves that creates electricity that electric motors operate, much like a diesel electric locomotive. That's strictly diesel in the middle of the view there. So this right here is a powerful Lincoln generator. It's a heavy duty generator, and they call it severe duty. Oh yeah, see, this work that is happening here to nourish the beaches, add more elevation, is going to allow us to handle the storms that come on through here. That's a really big deal. These are close to $700,000 each. Oh, I can zoom in now. Oh, look at this. You wouldn't normally see a little girl's sandals on the construction site like this. What I'm able to do right now is to get a lot closer to all of this. This is the neurolinguistic. We don't have toilet water. Do you feel yourself spinning, wobbling, and gyrating? The Elvis porta potty. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time. Kind of cracks me up. Here's an articulated cat. You're looking at Great Lakes Dock and Dredge improvements. They do an awesome job here. Very professional, courteous, friendly, all of that. And of course, when they move them around, they'll just move them with the equipment here. It works really well. A selection of different types of diverters that will push that water and sand out differently. And this stuff is so heavy, so dense, of course. And then we've got the mobile offices that they can take a nap in or have meetings, that type of thing. The artificial lighting that they'll move all around as needed. And we can see that that's how they connect these different pipes together. Flanges and all that. Plenty of antifreeze, looks like, RV antifreeze. It's environmentally friendly. They have it that way so that it can just go in their pumps without, when they freeze, they don't want them to burst. It gets really, or damaged, cracked. Water expands when it freezes. It expands when it gets hot too. It changes state. I've got the assembly of the cat, or the crab here, in an earlier recording. The beach is a tremendous place for people to interact, to meet one another, to meet their pets. That's part of the social interaction. I'm zoomed in, showing that with the P1000. Then we've got the fishermen and women on the pier. I'll zoom in on that, show you a little bit of that. Kingfisherman right there, right now. I know her. I recognize the hairdo and the silhouette. About 2 weeks ago, a 34-pounder was caught off there, almost 5 feet long. We can't see through much water. I mean, we can look through the water in our bathtub, but at an angle like this, the ocean with all the particulate in it is challenging to look through. We can't really see through much of that. Do you know how much a gallon of water weighs? Well, that depends. It depends on the temperature, because that temperature variant drives the whole water cycle of the world. The volume and density changes. We have the evaporation, condensation, and precipitation in all its forms. I'm not unscientific. I'm very scientific. My beliefs are based in reality and truth, which I believe are entirely interchangeable. Reality equals truth. What is the reality of the situation? When people come here to invest in a vacation, there's typically going to be some hand-holding, even in the Walmart parking lot. We all profile. We see people from all over the world here. Met people that were going back to China. Yeah, they have a challenge accessing a lot of the data that is available to us here. I wanted to talk about the welder in the middle of the view and use it to describe another welder that Denny Klein made in Florida. This welder uses a variety of gases, atmospheres for welding to create a shield, and then there's oxygen acetylene that's used, puts off not a toxic gas, the combustion of it. Well, with Denny Klein's water torch, as he calls it, you can melt steel, melt rock, cut steel, and it uses salt water to do that. You add electricity to it, and the byproduct of that combustion is moisture, water vapor. He ran a car on it. You can run engines on it. It's pretty amazing. Good morning. So I'm going to take us back on out here. As people are at the beach here, they're reflective off of the water, reflective on their lives, their past, present, future, memorializing the lives of loved ones. It's all pretty fascinating to me. I believe this all matters because ultimately the truth matters. And ultimately the most important truth is where will you spend eternity and why? Why will you be there? Everybody is going to transition, okay? 3 people per second no longer have the human experience.